Now, as you already know that the Chinese government offers subsidies to those that are buying the Chinese EV stocks. Well, today we read wonderful news saying that the Chinese government, it looks like they are in talks with the automakers, trying to find a way to extend these subsidies. You remember that these subsidies, or the current subsidies that the consumers who are buying these EV cars or the new energy vehicles, it is being extended. It was supposed to expire end of 2022. Now it looks like the government, or the Chinese government, it is already in talks with the automakers, wanting to extend these subsidies to end of 2023, which is something that is incredible, because this, like I say or always say, it is something that motivate the consumers to go and buy these EV companies. And of course, you know that these subsidies are not only given to the EV companies, they are also given, I think, or partly given to gas cars, which of course, obviously, the subsidy of the new energy vehicles is almost double the amount of subsidies that they are offering to gas cars. So this is something that is incredible, and this is something that we've covered on this channel. Now, before we dig deep into that, you already know that this video is just an entertainment video, and if you enjoy the content that I'll be giving you about these latest developments we just read from China, or of China extending subsidies, please do make sure that you hit that likes button, as this, ladies and gents, it is going to definitely make the demand to continue coming into this EV or these new energy vehicles cars, including Nio, of course. Now, as I've said, it looks like these subsidies are set to expire end of this year 2022, and to get to see that the Chinese government is already in talks with the automakers, trying to get these subsidies to be extended until end of 2023 is something that, of course, it is just probably going to uplift these new energy vehicles, including Nio. This is something that, of course, it boosts or it is going to boost the sales of the companies like Nio, Xpeng, and Liodo, and other new energy vehicles company, which is something that, like I'm saying, it is good news to us, the retail investors who are investing into these kind of companies. So the initial plan was that subsidies will not be offered in 2023. Now, to get, like I said, to see the Chinese government talking to the automakers, planning to increase the subsidies to end of 2023 is something that it is really commendable, especially with the fact that you'll know that most of the EV companies, if not all new energy vehicles companies in China, increase their vehicle prices. I mean, company like Nio, which we discuss quite often on this channel, it also increased their prices on their old models, which of course last week we read that it will be also increasing the prices on their new ET7 sedan. Of course, with the ET5, we have not heard any news of saying that Nio will be increasing also that model. But so if you want to buy the ET7 and you are in China and you want to get it at the current prices, you need to, of course, obviously order your car or make your order before the 23rd of May 2022, because after the 23rd of May, we already know that the ET7 will, of course, will see the prices of the ET7 also going higher. Getting to see that these subsidies are now being extended to 2023 is something that, of course, it will definitely increase or bring the demand into these new energy vehicles. In 2021, I mean, China managed to sell around or approximately 3.4 million EVs, which of course constituted to over 50% of the entire EV sales worldwide. This is one of the things that must just show you that there is a huge demand in the EV cars in China, and getting to see that these subsidies might continue to 2023 is something that must show us that this demand will continue increasing even this year and next year and probably the years to come. Now, of course, you know that COVID has been one of the things that really impacted Nio Sales, or really impacted the automakers in China. As you know that car sales around April dropped around 40 to 45% in China, which is something that must just show you that the COVID impacts or the COVID outbreaks really had a good impact onto these car sales or EV sales in China, which getting to see that China has shown some good recoveries in terms of the COVID cases per district and also in each cities is something that must just definitely give us hope to see that those high delivery numbers that we usually get coming out from China when looking at the EV sales are going to rise, meaning that even the deliveries that Nio reports on a month to month, it is going to definitely increase, because as the COVID eases, we are definitely going to see supply chain constraints fading away, which is something that I think it should motivate you and me as retail investors to probably take the low trading prices on these EV stocks as an opportunity to load the balls, because one way or the other, this are stocks which are just set to do very well. I mean, with a stock like Nio, you remember that it is not only selling their cars in China, they are also selling their cars in Norway, which of course a few days ago we read that Norway has passed the 500 mark in terms of sales of their ES8 model, which is, you already know that Nio currently in Norway, they are the only model that they're selling there right now is their ES8. So getting to see that Nio has sold 500 within a period of 8 months is something that I personally believe that it's a good achievement, looking at the fact that there's a lot of competition in Norway. As you know that the EV penetration in Norway, it's one of the biggest, or Norway comes as the first country with most EV penetration. So getting to see that Nio also is finding its solid ground, it's one thing that is of course amazing. And getting to know that the ET7 will be sold very soon in Norway together with other cars. And on top of that, Nio plans to penetrate 4 new European countries this year is something that of course it will definitely going to continue boost their deliveries or their sales which they generate from their cars, which is something that, my friends, it should definitely make you to stay long onto this Nio stock, because one way or the other, it is just definitely going to increase the demand, or we're going to see some good demand on these EV cars like Nio. So this EV subsidy talks, which the Chinese government is busy talking to the automakers in China, is something that I think it's good news to those that are buying or owning stocks in this industry, because like I said, it is just going to drive in more demand or continue to bring demand into the automakers like Nio, which is the stock that we discuss a lot on this channel. But as I always say, it's important that before, of course, you load the boat or you consider investing into these stocks, you do your own due diligence so that at least you can be comfortable when you're investing into these stocks. Otherwise, that's all from me, and I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey, and God bless you all.